Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest on FC Barcelona as usual. We are going to start with this news talking about Ronald Araujo, as it has been claimed that Juventus are showing interest in signing the Barcelona defender. But the good news for us, guys, is that Ronald Araujo wants to continue under Xavi Hernandez. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about this other report claiming that Xavi is to decide between Ousmane Dembele or Adama Traore in 2022. We are going to be discussing much on that as well. Then lastly, talking about Ousmane Dembele, as it has been reported that Barcelona are expecting the player to join Paris Saint-Germain in the summer. We are going to be discussing much about that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please endeavor to subscribe if you're a lover of FC Barcelona. If you haven't subscribed, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca, Barca, Barca. Record Serie A champions Juventus have emerged as a surprise contender to have set their sights on Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo. Reports are claiming that the Uruguayan is one of the two top defenders alongside Chelsea's Antonio Rudiger that the team from Turin is following. The recently turned 23-year-old, who was on the score sheet in a 4-0 rout and thrashing of Real Madrid, is of extreme importance to Barcelona. He has a contract until 2023, and while the team has made several approaches in the past, the player has denied all the efforts, citing inferior economical overture. There is absolutely no denying that Araujo wants to stay, but Barcelona are failing to match the valuation he is demanding. In all fairness, Araujo isn't really looking to pocket a big money contract, as he knows the current circumstances just won't allow the team to spend too much capital. But his memorable display against Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu has effectively forced Barcelona to make an economic effort in trying to tie him on a longer tenure. His priority is and has always been Barcelona, but one cannot overlook the interest he has gathered due to his performances. Apart from the latest entrants, Juventus, Manchester United are credited with a strong interest as well. On a personal level, Araujo is delighted with the role he has played under Xavi, according to Sport. Although he was used on a rather unusual position against Real Madrid, he repaid his manager's faith by putting in an unforgettable performance away from home. Despite that though, there has been no significant movement from either side. Barcelona know the player wants to stay, but will only put pen to paper. If not, Barcelona might as well risk losing him to a top European team. The next few weeks would be interesting, to say the very least. Given the kind of performances he has put of late, the defender is only making his part of the argument even more potent. I am honestly baffled the way Barca are still delaying things up to this very point in time with regards to Ronald Araujo's renewal, and now we're hearing Juventus showing interest. Of course, the whole world can show interest in Araujo because he deserves it. Araujo is so good, but the team is too sluggish. But I hope Laporta knows what he's doing. I just hope he does. Because Araujo needs to extend that contract. He needs to. And not like the good thing about him is he's not demanding a high, exaggerated pay. From the reports that I've been getting, Araujo wants something slightly higher and slightly better. Of course, he deserves a lucrative package after all. But from the fact that he understands the financial issues that Barcelona are going through, and him just asking for a little bit of pay rise. Up to now, nothing has been said about that. We hope that it will be done. But the good thing about everything is Araujo loves the club. He wants to stay. Of course, who will not love Xavi's project? So Barca need to act fast. We have been talking about this repeatedly every time, but nothing has been said. Players like Xavi as well, another key renewal that Barca is still leaving it pending. Those are players that they need to renew them because they are all very important components of Barca's bright future. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona head coach Xavi Hernandez could be faced with a choice of keeping one of Ousmane Dembele or Adama Traore at the club next season, Barcelona are still in the midst of a financial crisis following years of mismanagement behind the scenes, and Xavi will have a limited budget to work with ahead of next season. Clinching the Champions League qualification spot will provide an extra monetary boost, but the former Spanish international will need to make sure measure calls on his first team squad. Dembele's contract expires at the end of this season with very little hopes and little progress on a renewal for the French winger. Despite appearing certain to leave the Camp Nou this summer, the former Borussia Dortmund star has been reborn under Xavi with 7 assists in 2022, and the new boss wants to keep him. Traore's 6-month loan back in Catalonia includes a €30 million purchase clause with Premier League side Wolves, and reports from Marca claim Xavi have to make a call on who to keep. Wow, that's interesting. I think I spoke about this in my previous episode. The dilemma that Barcelona are having right now, of course, Adama Traore, €30 million in his purchase clause, and Barcelona reluctant to pay such an amount. For them, it's too heavy to pay such an amount, in cash. Except a player exchange is there. I've been talking about players like Riqui Puig, who will certainly leave Barcelona in the summer, and Barcelona are considering the option of including Riqui Puig in that deal with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Another player that could be involved is, the loanee there at Wolverhampton Wanderers, Francisco Trincao, but we don't know what Barca will decide about that. Then also Ousmane Dembele's situation. With the form that he have currently picked up, Barca are contemplating how would they reach that level, or how would they reach that point where Ousmane Dembele can renew his contract. Because right now, Barca will not make the first move. That's what reports are saying. Barca will just be quiet. If Dembele wants to renew, if Dembele's agent try to reconsider, and then good and fine. Barca are hoping that Dembele renews, considering the way he have picked form. Dembele is one of the key players to Barcelona at the moment. But now that dilemma comes in. If Barca really want Dembele to stay, of course, considering that they can add something small to the offer that they made initially for him, meanwhile, Adama Traore's 30 million is being forfeit and he leaves back to Wolverhampton Wanderers. So which of them will be the cheaper option? Because Barca must end up choosing one option, because they are saying now Xavi will choose one. Will he choose Adama Traore? Because if he chooses Adama Traore, means Barca will do all that they could to buy him permanently, either by paying that 30 million cash or involving players there like Puig and Francisco Trincao. Then if they want to go the other way around, Xavi choosing to keep Ousmane Dembele, definitely one can assume that it means Barcelona will have to add their offer. They have to up their offer for Dembele, considering that they will not be able to, they will not pay that Adama Traore's release clause. They can use some money and add Dembele's offer so that he can extend the contract. That's what is going on right now, but fingers crossed to see what happens end of the season. Then on to the next story of discussion. Ousmane Dembele has been back in the Barcelona starting 11 and impressing in 2022, but the club are reportedly still expecting him to leave on a free at the end of the season. The latest update comes from Dario Sport, who reckon that Dembele is happy at Barca and enjoying his football. But at the end of the day, business is business. Once again, Dembele's agent is mentioned. The report recounts Moussa Sissoko will once again ask for a multi-million-dollar salary and a signing bonus of close to €20 million. Yet those demands will not be met, and the feeling at Barcelona seems to be if Dembele wants something, he knows exactly where the offices are, and he will have to ask to open negotiations. There is also the suggestion that Barca believe Dembele has pretty much already decided on a move to Paris Saint-Germain. The French club will need a replacement for Kylian Mbappe, and know that Erling Haaland doesn't want to move to Ligue 1, which suggests Dembele could be the man. Dembele already rejected a chance to move to the Premier League in the winter, which is another reason Dario Sport are increasingly convinced that his future lies in Paris rather than Barcelona. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.